All right, and we are live.
Hi, guys!
Had a little bit of a technical difficulty
Also, we're
getting things
chronically late for
going.
everything.
Well, not only that, I just got off the phone with the client, so that didn't help too.
You told me to answer.
Yeah, it's important. Very
Yep.
important. Give us one moment. I'm going to help Shannon kind of finish setting up, um, getting her pop out chat up.
And by that, he means he's gonna do it for me while I color.
And what I mean by that is Shannon has no idea how to navigate around
so hard. You've shown me it a million times.
YouTube. At least the back end.
You know, I'm smart and I don't get this thing. I feel like it's like an old person. I'm like, this newfangled technology.
You're no longer get invited to parties.
I know.
You can't navigate your way around social media and YouTube.
I have no idea how Facebook works.
Oh, well, yeah.
Or Instagram. Or YouTube. So yeah, social media. I guess that kind of sounds like that, doesn't it?
Just a little bit.
Are there
Okay.
other ones? I don't know how to do a Twitter.
Oh,
What's a Twitter?
What's a tweeter?
What's
There
a
we go.
Twitter?
There we go.
Okay, so hey, Allegiant Graphics, Eastern Shore, yo!
What's up, Eastern Shore?
Ralphina, woo!
Hope the shop is all right with the pallet fire today.
Right, beats. I-S-S! I know. I'm super excited about that. I just actually talked to somebody I'm getting as a new vendor and my sales rep for them for LAT and rabbit skins and stuff like that. He's like, "Are you gonna be there?" I'm like, "Yeah," because one of the clients is actually asking me about toddler shirts. What's trending? And I'm like, I don't freaking know. So
For toddler shirts?
I called the sales rep for Texas. I was like, what's popular right now? I just need to tell her things like that. So he's gonna be at the ISS show. And he's gonna give me a lowdown on all of it because this is for a boutique that she's already planning on placing her next order, which is probably a good investment for me to be making friends with this guy. Also, they have a towel with ears on it. And I want it so bad for Adeline. But it's not out yet. But I'm thinking if I work if I do this right, I bet I can get a free one as a sample that I can give to her.
Yeah, she would love that. All right, it's 7:06. I know we were running a couple minutes behind, but let's just go ahead and switch it over so that way they can see our faces and we'll just get the party started. How's
right.
that sound, Shannon?
Well, first off, hi Ministry, because they said hi. East Shore Screen Printing said shh, and I don't know who that's to. I hope it's not me.
Hopefully not.
Enz is asking about ads before the lives now.
Oh, is there ads that come on beforehand now? All right, so we're gonna kick this over and then we'll dive more into that and then the topic for today, and then we'll also take some screen printing questions if anybody has any.
This means I have to put down the pencils when I say it.
Does that mean you have to stop drawing? Yes, Shannon. What is going on, everybody? Was that intro a little too loud? Let me know in the chat if that was a little too loud. The intro, I probably might need to lower the volume on that. But
Freaking hell.
what did you drop, Shannon?
I didn't drop anything. He was actually not chilling with the shirt anymore. He was eating it.
Oh, Shannon. Oh, so
Oh, Apollo, not me.
Shannon's day started off pretty awesome. I'm not gonna. She can tell you if she wants to, but
I don't remember what happened this morning.
it involved the chair over there. It's kind of like 3 minutes into the live stream a couple episodes ago.
I fell down.
She fell out of the stool, so I
With
told her.
actually though, I put because it's like a little bar stool, and I put a jacket on top of it, which I thought would actually help the friction. No,
No.
it slid like ice.
Yeah, of course. So
Well,
anyhow,
you know what? Okay, it was early in the morning. I hadn't slept. You know,
at least not very well.
I was up at 5. I
Up,
couldn't go
up
back to sleep.
until 5?
No, I was up at 5.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I fell asleep around 2. I was up at 5, and then I couldn't go back to sleep. And so, brain wasn't actually functioning all that well. And then I sat on the chair and I went, whoop!
Yeah,
So,
most days I'll
That's how I
get up
started.
about
now
6,
now
but
I have a bruise on my... Let's go with thigh.
today we switch roles. So let's go over to the chat and see who else has kind of joined us thus far, and
Well, several, actually.
kind of catch up on our hellos, our what's ups. I got my chat pulled up too, so that way I can see and say hello. And we are Ride Beats. We are very excited about the ISS show. What's going on, Ministry Shirts? What is up? All the way from Australia. What time is it in Australia right now?
G'day, mate.
Eastern Shore Screen. My bad. It happens. As before live shows now, I have no control over that. Super chat. Who sent the super chat?
We got a super
Devin.
chat?
Hey guys from Patchfly USA. Thanks for the videos.
Thank you.
We really appreciate that. We'll put that $5 to good use, like some Jack in the Box tacos or something like that.
We couldn't find a Jack in the Box on Saturday.
Let's see who else we got here. Where are we staying at? Shannon is the one that booked all that, so
Okay, I'm not going to give the exact place because I know.
because you don't want fans.
I know,
at
right?
the front door wanting your autograph.
I really don't. I don't. And I fear for the other members or the other customers in that hotel. So I'm not going to give the exact one. The only hint I'll give is it's the only one they didn't charge us $100 deposit to bring the dog with us.
Yeah. So apparently Apollo's coming, and he's going to be staying in the hotel in a kennel. So that way because nobody wants to watch him. I have no idea why. He's sweet. He's a sweet dog, but he's hyper. He needs a lot of exercise.
Well, he's a
and all that.
baby.
Yeah. So, let's just say it's not exactly the most extravagant hotel.
But they have waffles.
They have waffles, a roof over our head, shower, everything we need. So
And free dog.
and free. Did you say free dog? We're not leaving with a free dog, are we? I have to just make sure
I
we're.
hope so.
We're
I told the scammer to.
there he
Did
goes
he take
again.
the shirt again?
He did. He thinks that's his shirt. It's polyester. You trained him that polyester shirts are his.
I did not. You did.
So I'm gonna go back over to the chat real quick before we start
Oh, good.
diving into the topic. Let's see. So yeah, those Ride Beats. Where y'all staying at? Alad. Sorry, the chat keeps moving.
Luke!
Giant
I
Graphics. I just finished 96 3-color front, 3-color back, delivered, and received another order of 48. Fortunately, I hadn't broken down the press yet. Yeah, that's always awesome when you don't have the press broken down. They order some more. Yeah, Shannon, what is it?
We spoke to somebody today. Well, I did. You were basically out there and then yelling at me to go help shirts, and then you made Michelle help.
By the way, Shannon's definition is yelling is pretty much me talking like this.
Only if it's about mean things.
What?
Hmm.
What are you even talking
Anyways,
about?
This is not the
Like, get
topic.
the work?
This is not the topic of conversation. You
Get
shush
the
for
work?
a second. I'm about to give a special Shop Gnome shout out.
Okay, I'm gonna put the camera on you. Go for it.
Why do I always look so washed out here?
You're
Anyways, so we were talking to the people with Printavo, and they reached out to us, and we started figuring out what we're gonna do about. We wanted to start doing videos for them, and they basically just wanted to check our vibe and stuff. And I told the man that I was speaking with.
You can say his name.
Oh, I was about to.
Carry on.
Stop interrupting. So I told him if he tuned in, I give him a special Shop Gnome shout out, complete with all the special magic wishes that come with it. And so shout out to Luke Gardner from Printavo, thank you for chiming in. I saw that you did, and he has a very big smiley face emoji. So that's all.
What's up,
Shop
Luke?
Gnome shout out to Luke.
Yeah, so kind of something that we have been kicking around and actually talked with Bruce at Printavo. We're kind of we signed up with Printavo earlier this year, maybe around February. We had tried it before, and then we got to a point towards where we just kind of really needed something. And there was another software that we were trying, kind of beta testing, and just it still needed some work, and so we really latched on to the Printavo, and Bruce had reached out and actually was very interested in us making some videos, just kind of vlogging some of the things we're going through with us being a 3-4 person job, depending on when our reclaimer wants to come in. Which he didn't come in today. Anyways, we'll get into that later. But the point is, it has been very helpful for us. We have referred some other people like Eastern Shore, and he let everybody know in the chat what you think about it. We're not exactly turning this into a Printavo commercial, but it's definitely worth looking into. We will be working with them, so keep an eye out for some of those videos in the near future. Shannon is a lot of it initially, kind of when we were talking about it, we're kind of getting everything set up, and with just our regular upload schedule, doing lives and work, because that's, I mean, we're not full-time YouTubers. The YouTube things are a fun thing for us, and kind of communicating with you guys. It's a real fun community, I think. And it's so cool that we're going to be able to meet some more of you and see some of you again at the ISS show. So I think this will also, it'll be a great little partnership, so to speak. It's not necessarily a partnership, but we have agreed to do some videos for terms which we're not going to mention, because we don't want to air that.
That's our business.
But yeah, but it'll be a lot of fun, and I think it will be great for a great way for us to kind of vlog, maybe in another way, share some of the things that we necessarily don't share on the back end, and especially from Shannon's side. So she's really going to be.
Yeah, I talked with Luke about that too.
I mean, it's not going to be 100%.
No, I said for most of it, it's gonna be you, but like, you know, putting together the quotes and the things like that. That'll probably be me doing the video, walking people through it, and that's gonna be my first ever video. So praise me, send me candy and flowers.
I don't know why the audio got. I don't know if maybe it's just the headphones. Okay, yeah, it's just my headphones. I'm like, the audio is cutting out. I think it's time for another set.
There's a couple questions, but first off, I just need you to know.
Yeah, sure.
Rybeat's staying at the Radisson.
Rybeat, so
have fun.
You're staying at the. You know, it wasn't
the
that
bar
bad.
was cool.
You know, actually, we'll come visit you and hang out at the. So, if there's
check
nothing,
out the ISS from last year.
If there's nothing going on after, like on Friday night. They do kind of have like a cool. They had live music playing downstairs, which I thought was really cool. So, anyways,
also Matt jumped in the hallway and he hit his head on the ceiling.
Yeah, it's a little older of a building, but it's not that bad. And I'd say the one of the things
fountains inside.
The one of the things that I wasn't impressed with is it's like, okay, you know, most hotels have some sort of free breakfast or whatever. We go downstairs, we're hungry, we're ready to grab a bite to eat before we head out Saturday, and it's like, oh, it's like $20 or something, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Something ridiculous. We're like, screw that.
This place has free waffles and free pet boarding.
Will you move over that way just a little bit? That way? No, not the microphone, goofball. You're out of frame.
Oh.
Okay. So anyways, we're gonna read off a couple more comments, maybe questions, and then we're going to get to the topic at hand, which is some of the methods we have used, some of the things that have worked for us to get to where we're at, and a lot of them are free. A lot of them are free, and it's a matter of just kind of putting that time into doing the marketing. If you're a one man show, then some of these things you can schedule. And we'll dive into it some more. But Shannon, what's going on in the chat? Is there anything?
We've got several questions.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and hit up some of the questions real quick.
AC
and then
has a question for everybody. What's the current washout booth, and is it too big, too small, or what would you recommend for a newbie?
Okay, so he's just asking everybody in general.
You too. You're involved in the chat, you know.
I know. Hold on, give me 1 second, because as I'm looking at the back end of OBS here, I don't know why the chat size always changes, and I'll actually switch it over to what I'm doing here on the desktop. These are one of the things that you guys don't like really get to see, and it's not easy. It's definitely not the easiest thing to navigate around. I think I've got way too many things. So this keeps changing, the size of it, as Apollo is over here like chewing my hand because he's ready to play, which is why nobody wants to watch him. All right, so
also he humps your mom's dog.
Yeah. Okay, we read that question off one more time, and then I'll answer it. I'm sorry.
Current washout booth, too big, too small, and what do you recommend for a newbie?
For a newbie, I would say that you have to consider where you want to go with it. And this is really something that I considered when buying, not necessarily some of my first purchases, but like an exposure unit in your washout booth. I always wanted to go automated. I knew at some point we would. So our washout booth will hold one automatic screen. And we have been using, up until November of last year, we're doing everything manually. And I took into consideration our exposure unit and washout booth. So I would say just kind of plan that purchase around what your goals are. Because a washout booth, for us, we go through probably about 20 screens every 2 or 3 days. And we do a lot of reclaiming, which is why we have someone out in the shop helping out, which he hasn't. Man,
he's ghosted.
Yeah, another. I don't know. We'll figure that out. The slow season's coming up, and I'm just gonna hunker down and have to work some OT to cover some of that stuff. But so yeah, I made sure I got something that can accommodate at least automatic size screen. So I'm not sure what the specifications are on the size of the washout booth, but it has a backlight. I thought that was pretty important.
In the garage.
Right.
It did in the garage.
Yeah, it wasn't too ginormous, and it was a proper washout booth. I'll never forget when I was reclaiming screens at either a car wash or the driveway, and I was just like, man, I can't be doing this, because
the car wash people really didn't like him.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing it. I mean, sometimes you have to do what you got to do, but they're not too expensive. It could be 1 or 2 orders as a noob, putting that profit aside and then buying your equipment.
Except for no, do what you got to do. But remember that one video that we watched?
Oh no, yeah, that was. Yeah. I'm not going to say who it is. I don't think we should point out who it is.
Because I know.
And you guys might have seen this video, but they're reclaiming in a bathtub and then took a water hose and
poured it on out onto the yard.
In the ditch. I mean, that's not very responsible. I know that I'm reclaiming at least at a car wash with the city of Houston. It goes through the plants, is recycled and all that. The driveway probably wasn't any better because it goes through. So it wasn't very long before I was like, I can't be doing this.
Yeah. We went
Sorry, Apollo's over here just
biting
me.
You both are being very distracting. I'm about to buzz his ass.
Where's his beeper at?
It's
outside probably.
I'm getting it.
Anyhow, so I'm going to go back over to the chat.
Question.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to the chat and see what else we got going on here. I apologize. Apollo is being super active right now. Let's see. That's right. Da, 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 da. I want Printavo so bad, says Rybeats. Just can't seem to have a good budget for it. Have you at least tried the free trial? That's you might be able to see whether or not it's a good fit for you. I think even the 15-day trial.
I'm not gonna lie,
Well-
it was an adjustment for me, but once I
Right.
got it down,
Yeah, even when we were in the house, I tried it for 15 days, and it was pretty cool. I know since then, that was a couple of years ago, pricing has changed a little bit, but it definitely was a great way to keep organizing. We've completely eliminated like using our whiteboard and the bins out there. Yeah, it was kind of like
I
a
liked it.
old school way of doing things,
Yeah,
but
I liked it.
it worked. It worked until we started having every month one or two where it's like, oh crap, we forgot about this person. That 3 weeks later they're like, hey,
But to be fair, with Printavo, it fucking hates me.
Shannon thinks Printavo hates her
It
because
does. Like,
I
at
think
least once a month. At least once a month, it doesn't save anything, and I get emails like, "Why didn't you send me this?" And I'm like, I promise I did. And Matt thinks I'm incompetent.
come a little. There you go, a little closer to the microphone too.
Do you like the crab shuffle?
Let me just say this: user error, more than likely.
No, I called them and I talked to them. They worked me through it, and I just keep forgetting to do my cache.
Here, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to move this over because you tend to like to get towards the end of the desk here. Because I have to keep.
How have we been doing this for so long, and we're still having to do like these adjustments?
Because I need to teach you proper microphone etiquette. Yeah. Get up in there. It's See, if you were doing that, now I could turn you down. You're such a dork. Yeah, just about 6 inches away is fine. When you
But it
move.
makes me go cross-eyed.
No, we don't stare at the microphone.
I can't help it. It's just this large protrusion.
You don't need
in
this
my
the
face.
stare at the microphone. Anyways,
It's very distracting.
I'm gonna.
I love you.
There we go. The microphone's just fine. Proper microphone etiquette, maybe proper Printavo etiquette. I don't know. I'll let you decide. It's been working well for
All
us.
right, I'll behave.
Moving on.
Sorry, there wasn't
Such a dork.
There wasn't that.
Oh my lord. And this is who I work with every day. All right, let's see what else is going on in the chat, and then
Okay,
let's
so
get.
Jason had a question.
Jason has a question. What is that question there?
When we did the gnome shirt,
Uh-huh.
195 mesh P/F/P. Don't know what that means.
What?
P/F/P.
How far down?
Oh, I'm
Okay.
still at the beginning, honey. You're loquacious.
No. Let's just ixnay on that because
Well, he's like he just wants to know how you code the screen. It took him for P/Fs.
well that's print
get
flash
opaque.
print.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, print flash print. We only did it once.
No, we didn't even print flash print it. We just hit it a couple times.
I printed.
The screen was coded 1-in-1. I like to code all my screens just 1-in-1. If it's a lower mesh count, I'll still even use the sharp side of it. And if I'm really trying to build a good stencil, I'll just use the Ulano orange, which is a higher solids emulsion, and it works just fine. I like to use two separate screens for if there's we're printing on a color shirt. We'll have the white base and then a separate screen for the white highlights and Mike. So new contract client, found us through YouTube and
Hi, Mike, if you're out there.
swung by, was like, hey, here's some shirts I want you to do. He prefers to do lower quantities. Did the highlights with a so the base 195, the highlights with a 230, and he came and picked them up and he's like, man, the hand's really nice on these. We used a flattening screen and it was like a 5-color job, and he was happy with them. So 1-on-1 on the screens, and then with the Shop Gnome shirt, we even flash print it. It was just a couple hits, just so it's more of a vintage looking print. Let's see, Chris McLean. Hello from the other side of Houston from you. Hello, where are you at? All right, so speaking of,
You're welcome, Luke.
There was something I was just saying a moment ago that I thought would have been a great segue into the topic that we're going to talk about, and that
Is it my fault?
No, it's not my fault.
Your fault? My fault?
It's
Whose
not.
fault is it?
It's not a fault of anybody's.
Okay.
I mean, if you want to point the finger, I mean, Apollo. It's Apollo's. Okay, so what we want to talk about is some of the ways that we have marketed our business that have actually proven to really work for us, aside from word of mouth. And a lot of these are free. Perhaps you can tell by the thumbnail that it's going to be social media like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. YouTube did take a while to gain some traction, but now people are finding us that through YouTube, and it's helping grow our business, and it's opened up opportunities that I would say wouldn't have been available through maybe Facebook or Instagram. I know Instagram has stories, and there's ways to do well with that, and perhaps one of the things that we need to do is start uploading our videos onto Facebook more and Instagram into the stories. But I kind of need to size it down for Instagram because it is a vertical square format. So starting out, I'll say that the first thing that I did do when it came to marketing really was Facebook. Facebook worked out okay, and Shannon can contest to sticking to the things that are working for you. And I think Shannon read an article where they mention that, stick to the things that are working out well for you.
Yeah, I remember. I took a lot of notes on it.
Are you sitting down now? Is that what's going on?
My feet hurt.
Okay, I'm going to have to adjust your camera now.
Okay.
But go on. What were you saying?
I don't remember. I got very distracted.
Overhead view.
Bonk.
Anyways, so Shannon had read an article about that as she was researching different methods for marketing. So Facebook, I did put some ads out. I spent maybe $2 a day putting ads out. I did find that a lot of screen printers were finding me, and it wasn't necessarily leading to a sale. There were some sales and clients that I had landed through Facebook. And Facebook can be a little harder as far as kind of really dialing those ads in and finding people that aren't screen printers, just kind of checking out other shops. Actually finding people that need shirts for a walk or for their school, their church, whatever the case may be. By spending a couple dollars a day, it didn't take very long to get up to close to 2,500 likes on the page. That was one of the things that I would get a bunch of likes, but no real return on my investment. I think in 1 year I spent about $1,200, spending a couple dollars a day. If some ad was getting some pretty good traffic, I I would increase it a little bit. And you kind of have to change things up and see what works and what doesn't. Facebook really just generated a whole lot of likes on the page. The other thing is, in which I would say in the past couple of years, so Facebook for the past 5 years has been something we constantly do. And then the other thing is Instagram. As you guys know, Instagram is pretty popular right now. And just by using hashtags, and you got to kind of mix your words up a little bit. You can go and do a keyword search like through Google. That will definitely help. And just kind of whatever it is you're doing, maybe it's for a bachelorette party or something like that. Put those hashtags in there. Shannon just fell off her stool. I think I will point. I think I will point the camera over there while I finish things up. Oh my god. Anyways, so Instagram has also brought us a lot of business, like a lot of new inquiries, and a lot of those have been just kind of smaller orders of 20s, 12s, a few people that want maybe a handful of shirts. And sometimes with the handful of shirts, if we can't do it with HTV, we're not going to go the direction of DTG. We do have someone we get DTG work done through, and they do a really good job. However,
send emails about scammers.
Yeah, so they go back and forth, and we're good buddies with them. They're really cool. Check them out. The IRTs, I think they just got on Instagram. They do some pretty good work.
Stacy and Lisa.
So, I think one of the things about Instagram, just have to use as many hashtags as you can. Constantly post as much as you can. I think for us as a smaller shop that we post as much as possible. If we had someone that was like really dedicated to just doing the marketing side, we'd have stuff to post every single day. But it's kept us busy enough and has helped us grow just with the schedule that we do. And it might be 3 times a week, but we do try to post something every day if possible. Even try to do something on the stories. But I would say the biggest thing has been YouTube, right? Which is why you guys are here. And when I initially started uploading videos on YouTube, it was just, I'd say the inspiration had been from Ryan, Jonathan over at Catspit. Trying to think of who else. Like Cam wasn't even around yet. YouTube's kind of really gained some traction. There's a lot of new people, new upcomers that are bringing a lot to the table as well. But even 4 years ago, I uploaded one video just doing spot process, and it was the most viewed video until here recently, but it was just me in the garage showing myself printing. You don't even necessarily have to get on there and even say anything. I think a lot of it just comes down to doing your titles properly, just doing search engine optimization. So if someone's looking for how to print black on a white t-shirt, put in the title, how to screen print black ink on a white t-shirt, put that in your description, put it in your tags, just completely use up all 500 characters for your tags. And then the thumbnail is going to be a big part of that as well. And it will help your business quite a bit. Everybody here that's in the chat, for those of you that don't have a YouTube channel, it's not going to hurt to take your smartphone, shoot a little bit of video, and just upload it and just kind of search engine optimize that as far as, because YouTube is the second largest search engine optimization, but search engine. It's the second largest search engine, which Google does own. So there shouldn't be any reason why you're not putting some sort of videos out there. Oh, and one of the things about building an audience, I know I've seen some people kind of come and go. They kind of figured, I'm going to put a bunch of videos out there and I'm going to grow my channel. And they were really looking to grow a huge presence on YouTube and then all of a sudden just drop off. Even if you're doing something once a week, it will definitely help. You know, your audience. You'll be able to retain your audience. People will know you're at least loading something. Like for us, there might be a couple, 2 or 3 weeks where I don't have time to necessarily create a video, but we still do come on and do our lives and answer everybody's questions. And it's taken, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 years to get to where it's at, but it's starting to bring in business. And there's been other little things like selling the t-shirt template, the art approval template and all that.
Yeah, that's been selling well.
Initially, I just gave it away for free, and
I asked why.
Yeah, Shannon was like, "Why?" Tommy over at Master Graphics, like, man, you're
I love
underselling
Tommy
yourself.
so much.
Yeah, and a lot of it just had to do with wanting to help everybody out in the community, but then, you know, we also got to put food on the table for ourselves and make a living.
Shop Gnome needs a wedding.
And the Shop Gnome needs a wedding, which is why I'm like, get to work, Shop Gnome.
And then I go have a panic attack.
Get to work. Oh, I think you didn't get enough sleep and you're a little overwhelmed. So, Shannon, do you want to add anything as far as marketing goes? Here, I'll get Cujo off you.
Down, Cujo. I'm gonna fall again. No, I'm seriously gonna fall. I'm gonna fall.
Don't fall, Jesus Christ.
It's not my fault. It's his this time. Anyways, marketing wise, they have a lot of. When I was in marketing, there were a lot of things that were really important to keep in mind, such as you needed to create a sense of urgency, like it's gonna go. Especially, like, you know, in the screen printing community, it would be, are you going to do the reorder? Because otherwise, we have to use these screens. You need to get this now. Otherwise, we're going to have to charge you more for it later. That's a sense of urgency. They're going fast. You better, you know, catch the train.
Is that would you consider that a marketing technique? Or
it's absolutely a marketing
more of a sales technique?
No, well, they're kind of...
They go hand in hand.
Is doing, they're really the same, honestly.
Passing off the baton.
Yeah, pretty much. And but there was one system, I can't remember all the acronyms for it, but a big thing is the attitude that you have when you're pitching. You need to know your pitch. You need to know how to be able to deliver it with an attitude that's going to get them excited. Oh, and greed factor. Greed factor is a big one too. Like, if you talk about other people, everybody else is getting this, they're more likely to get, you know, more impulsed into joining in with everybody, because it's the keeping up with the Jones syndrome type thing.
Right.
And, God, again, with the pitch, though, the attitude that you have. First off...
Confidence,
but... They say no twice. You back off. You can do it. You pitch the thing. They say no. You can reword it to do one more pitch. But if they're not, don't go for it. Otherwise, you're coming off as salesy. And if you're leaning in too much and you're getting too excited about it, they're just gonna feel like they're being basically, you know, kind of bullied into it. And this is all me talking about, you know, marketing in a one-on-one session, not so much like the blasts, the email blast or the YouTube or anything like that, but when you're actually trying to get somebody to pick up your product, that's when that comes in. And it is sales. I'm telling you, they go hand in hand.
So let's say you meet somebody and they ask what you do for a living. You have your business card, you got your little elevator pitch down, and this is how you go about kind of marketing yourself to them and bringing in that order, or kind of getting the ball rolling.
Shit, we've made contacts, and, like, you know, people are asking quotes when we were at the beach.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, so it's just knowing your stuff, and the last thing though, Don't be an asshole. Be excited about your product, be happy, be fun, and they're going to like you more, which is actually more likely, obviously, to convince them to go with you. We actually have had clients that said, I have searched, I have like shopped around, everybody's about the same price, but I decided to go with you because you were awesome. And also, I did in his quote put a keyboard made man going woo.
I would say
The punk rock shirts.
that making sure to answer the phone when people do call, be prompt about answering the phone. No, sometimes if
I
it's
feel like this
just
is directed directly at me.
no, I mean this is just in general for anyone that's running a business is to answer the phone and your emails promptly, even if you have to. You're in the middle of doing some printing, and you're just a one-man show. Just check your emails occasionally, maybe every 30 minutes or so. Take you a little 5-minute break. Just if they don't have all the details, just for us, it's we'd be happy to help out. What do you have in mind? What color shirts? Like just kind of pulling that information that you need in order to get a quote over to them has helped quite a bit. So being prompt with all that helps quite a bit.
There is actually a lot of times that I reply to an email almost straight away, and they're like, "Thank you so much for the prompt reply."
Yes, very much.
It makes
so.
a good impression.
It does. It does. So some of the other things too that you can do, which is free, and if you don't already, go out and do it. If you're new, or if this is your first time to come to the channel and you are starting a screen printing business, even if you're working from home, get a Google business listing up. They'll send you a verification code. You don't have to have your address there, and just go ahead and fill that out, and it will get you in front of a lot of new potential clients. It's not going to happen right away. It might take a couple, 2 or 3 months, but that might be a great time for you just kind of hone in your skills, kind of master your craft, really get a handle on it. That helps quite a bit as well. And then I'll say the other thing that was really big was a website. These days with WordPress and all that, and I know we've talked about this quite a bit, but I wanted to have a video that was more dedicated to that, where someone can find it, search engine optimization. So get your website going. There's lots of tutorials out there on how to set up a WordPress website. It doesn't cost maybe $65 for the whole year, depending on who you go with. And there's plenty of templates out there. And eventually I'll get around to how to make a website specifically for screen printing, because I know there's a ton out there, but I think it would be great to have it as a resource where someone can come to our channel and here's all these things. It does take time for us to create these videos, but creating a website, doing some search engine optimization, there's a plugin called Yoast on WordPress that works really well. And initially so I did a lot of freelance graphic design. I've had the domain Mikey Designs for since 2004, I think. Got that. Was doing graphic design, and I just really felt like selling t-shirts to someone versus graphic design was that much easier. Plus I just enjoyed it. I'm sure you guys have heard the backstory. Started a t-shirt line and got into the service end of everything, but having put together a website, did some search engine optimization, did some research on that really helped get onto the first page of Google. And not only that, the videos that I was uploading from YouTube were showing up. And I know there's a lot of people that, they might have been looking for a business, but there's just enough people out there that saw the videos. It's like, hey, here's so-and-so that is working from home. They got competitive prices, and let's go with them, give them a shot. And we actually have some, even to this day, I would say 50% of our clients are repeat clients that continue to come back, and it all stems from starting things back in 2013. So definitely keep that in mind if you feel like your website needs a little bit of work. I'm constantly working on ours, like constantly adding, constantly doing something to it.
I like the new ones
revamped
that
it.
hug me.
What's that?
I like the new ones that just hug me. I always know when they come in and we're gonna hug.
Oh yeah. So that's a big one. Having a website, and it doesn't cost a whole lot. So I mean, on average $100 a year. And not only that, instead of having a Gmail address, actually having ABC t-shirt printing. So
Info at Mikey Designs.
Joe at abctshirtprinting.com looks a lot more professional than
Joe
having
669 at Gmail.
than having a Gmail address. And then not only that, there was something that just came to mind as far as that goes that is kind of slipping my mind now. Making your company look bigger than it actually is with your online presence. They don't really have to see everything. Obviously, with a YouTube channel, if you're doing like a shop tour, people are going to see. I'd say a lot of people, their first impression when they come to our website is that we're a bigger company than we are, and that's not a bad thing.
But I also don't think it's ever like a bad impression when we have like the walk-ins and stuff. Half the time, people walk in and go, "Oh my god, I love it!" Of course, your brother says it looks like Sesame Street, but whatever.
Yeah, but I mean, the initial reaction of coming to like a professional looking website, it helps quite a bit. So just keep that in mind. Just try and make yourself look bigger than you really are.
Okay, and then one other thing, I know I harp on this. I do, I know that, but I can't stress it enough. Read and recognize people. Like, read the atmosphere of the person that you're talking to. Figure out just what kind of attitude you need to take with them. Like, say the cleaning company versus Jessica.
Right.
One of them I go, "Hi, friend," and the other one I'm just like, "The t-shirts were burned, I'm sorry," and he, and they're like, "You're funny."
Kind of just really knowing when to give those discounts without making, you got to make sure that you're still charging enough. But perhaps, I mean, I was even talking to, I'm not going to put them on blast anymore. You know who you are if you're still tuned in. And that was really kind of, you have some clients that are going to be super easy to work with, where they send you the sizes right off the bat. They tell you what color shirt, what color ink, and they send you the artwork. It's not crap artwork, and you're able to, it's an easy transaction. So you're able to get things in and out, and it's like, they're not a headache. There's not a whole lot of hand holding, and those might be the kind of clients where you might want to do a little bit of a price break. And then you have people that aren't as familiar with it. They might send you art that might need a little bit of work. You kind of have to extract the what color shirts they are. Or maybe they're a little indecisive. That's where I'd say most people fall, and you want to stick to your pricing there. And then there's the opposite end of the spectrum, which are those that every single step along the way, they might send 10 emails and you don't have any information from them yet about sizes. You have to get the sizes from them, and it might take them a couple emails. Their artwork, they don't have any artwork, or if they do, it's a picture of their business card with their cell phone. And you just got to kind of consider the amount of time that you're spending with them. And there's even clients that show up and they do need more help, kind of. And this is where you, as a screen printer, just educating them on the process, because there's a lot of people that don't really get what screen printing is. and how much
I
work
didn't.
goes into it.
I didn't
And
before we met.
Shannon didn't either. And so actually, if they come to your garage or you have a small shop, them coming in, kind of letting them see the process and explaining to them, we get your artwork, we vectorize it, digitize it, whatever you want to call it. We have to print out film. Here's the printer. You might want to show them a piece of film. And then here's our washout booth where we reclaim our screens. We wash out the image. Here's the exposure unit.
But that goes with reading and recognizing the client as well. Like, if you feel like they need an entire tour, like, so they're not, like, trying to haggle you down to a price we know that wouldn't be worth our time.
And
be like, look at it!
Yeah, it will build some value because you're educating them on the process, and before they start getting involved in it, they don't really understand what is all involved. And the people that are like, hey, come down on the price, and you're sticking to your pricing because it is a very involved process. There's machines that there's automated machines that help get things done a little faster. But when you're talking about being a small shop like us, or for those of you that are in a garage or basement, or maybe in your apartment, who knows?
Oh, speaking of automated machines, I have a proposal.
What's that?
I want to start taking actual bets.
Okay, so let me wrap.
And if anyone gets it right, I'll split the winnings with them. Otherwise, me.
All right, we'll discuss that more here in the near future, because we got to check and see what the status is of that. But yeah, just educating them and showing them the process, I do think helps create some value in sharing your expertise with them. I'm
totally trying to take you on a tangent that you would not follow. Good job.
No, I'm
proud of you.
Is there anything else you can think of? I'm trying to think of marketing wise, if there's anything that we've left out. Business cards obviously help. I want to talk about before we get into what you have in mind are some of the things that have not worked from my experience, and that has been doing the flyers, putting them on cars, putting up posters around the place, or just kind of some more of these guerrilla tactics. It's not that necessarily that they don't work. From my experience, they just haven't. Google ads do work. You have to really make sure, because there's a lot of competition, and your click-through rate, or not your click-through rate, but your the cost per click, I forget what they call it. I think it's CPC. So the higher that the more you pay per click, the higher up you are going to be. And you could easily spend there's a time where I set a $5 budget a day, and I made my maximum cost per click, and it was so I set it at $5. Would run it for an entire month, spend a few $100s, and I actually would get some pretty good size orders. But it was also based off of like a flash sale kind of thing, where it's like a white t-shirt with a dark print, and that was probably about 4 years ago. And I want to revisit it and kind of perhaps do a little bit of an experiment and post that. But I mean, at the moment, based off of everything that we've kind of given you guys, we haven't had to do that. Although I do want to do that here in the near future and let you guys kind of see the results. But Google ads do work. Facebook ads, I haven't figured out the magic formula to make them work. So give it a whirl. If it has worked out for you guys, let us know in the chat. And let me trying to think of some other things. I haven't tried direct mail, although I've thought about it. I'm sure there's many other strategies out there.
Visible Changes used to always send me a birthday card. And I thought that was lovely. I was always going to go to them
Right,
anyways, but
and
still. That's why I haven't had a haircut in 3 years.
There's a lot of things that we haven't necessarily even tried. There are quite a bit. Like some of our biggest clients, I will get them a gift card, like around Christmas time, Thanksgiving. We'll swing by and say hello. Occasionally, even though we do try and cut out like personal deliveries, occasionally it is good so that way you can make that connection with them, get face to face if it's someone that you're constantly shipping to and they're not too far of a drive away, is to actually go over and visit them. I would say most of our clients do swing by the shop, so we do have that face to face interaction, and we're buddies. It's not just, well, here we are, we're just selling you some sort of service. We actually care about what's going on with their and actually caring and knowing what's going on and how you can kind of help out.
I called several of our clients like to follow up, like just not even asking about shirts or how they worked out, but how the event went, and or how, like, say they had a baby, or they had it like the bar mitzvah people.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I just like, hey, how did it go? And you show that you give more than I'm trying to be good.
So
you give more than just as a customer, they're a client.
There's a huge reason why a lot of the screen printing vendors do offer services out there, free services that help you grow as a company, whether it's training on like doing spot process, CMYK, how to price things, how to market yourself, and a lot of that has to do with your success is their success, just the way our success or their success is our success. Because like Angela, for instance, one of our largest screen printing contract screen printing clients,
we haven't heard from her this week, which is weird.
Yeah, she's probably just been busy. They have a whole lot going on too.
Yeah,
with,
they do.
With the change with her husband's job situation.
Everything's a great tragedy right now.
Yeah. So, and these companies grow, and the more they grow, and you helping be part of that, even if it's a small part of it, as they grow, they'll send you more business, and you'll continue to grow as well. So that's something to keep in mind. So don't just be about trying to squeeze every single penny you can out of somebody. Genuinely.
People remember when you do them favors.
Genuinely, like, want to be there to help them and make sure that you've met or exceeded their expectations, or you're just a good citizen and want to see everybody do well, which in turn will help you do well in the long run. Anything else you can think of, Shannon? Because we're getting we're past 8, but also want to go to the chat.
Well, also, you kind of cover what I wanted to talk about, so thank you for that.
Is that? Are you being facetious?
No, sort of, possibly. I don't know. I kind of wanted to talk, but I didn't get a minute in for 20 minutes.
Okay,
but no, you stole all the lines. But anything other than that, just be charming, just be likable. Likable goes a hell of a lot better than salesy. That's all I can really say. We've got a lot of things, though, to talk about in the chat. And
all right.
We have officially scared Rybates away from the Radisson.
Oh, was he changing? Is he changing it or what?
Yeah, he says he's looking for a new one.
Oh, my Lord.
And apparently he and Sin are moving in together.
Who's moving in together?
Rybates and Sin. I'm kidding. Like, they're going to be down the street from each other. Sin's moving to California.
Oh, is she?
Yep. And she's going to be down the streets from Rybates.
I think that might be a joke.
They're moving in together. Anyways.
That's got to be a joke.
Clothing keeps giving you a hard time about me giving me a hard time. So thank you. You're my hero. Hi, Liberty. Hey, Cheryl. Sleepless. Yo.
Liberty, how's the new baby doing?
Good enough that they're still doing the barbecue.
Okay, well, I'm down.
They're all talking about the barbecue, and I've been like trying to. Oh, does anyone print on underwear?
We've had requests. We never have though. It's generally always talk.
That's
oh,
where
yeah.
that cat should have been. That cat print.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some panties for my band. Okay, well we can get some for you. Just let me know. And they never follow through. So.
Actually, though, I don't know if we can because most of our suppliers that do panties are just basically American Apparel, and I don't know what the dick is going on with that.
Yeah, well, they're not the only supplier of panties, obviously.
I've been looking.
Okay, moving on. What else we got going on in the chat? What's up, Liberty? How you doing?
Hi,
I know Shannon said hello, but I personally want to say hello and congratulations on the little one.
Oscar, yo!
Can't wait to meet him and her. I don't even know what the sex is. I apologize.
I think it's a boy.
Is it a boy?
Think
Okay.
so.
I
don't know.
I do recall seeing the stats. Like I think it was like 20 inches and anyways. Congrats
Hey,
though.
Sundry. And
What's up, Sundry? Cheryl Brown, what's going on?
yeah, they're
Kind of chatting along.
yeah, and then they're talking about who's gonna be at the barbecue, and apparently I'm included. So yay, thank you.
Well, let's see. We'll so if anybody has any questions about any of that, or if you have any if there's anything that things that have worked for you or things that we mentioned that haven't worked for you, if there's something, just let us know. Because we're gonna hang out for probably about another 10 minutes before we figure out our dinner situation here.
Oh, actually, what I figured for the dinner situation is instead of having margarita Monday at the regular spot, we could eat the fajitas we already have because I am getting really, really sick of Mexican food. Plus, that way we could buy tequila, some margarita mix at a really cheap blender, and then we could have margaritas here or at the house, whichever one. We still have stuff to do, don't we?
I'm getting tired of margaritas, to be honest.
Perfect. I've got vodka.
Perfect. Yes, but
you can't have any.
I do need to reclaim some screens since you know who didn't show up.
He
I might just do that tomorrow. I got quite a bit done today.
I want to draw.
All right, you can draw.
So
let's see what else we got going on.
No margarita. Oh no, but I'm serious. Oh wait.
Yeah, but
I don't want any more tacos.
It's homemade fajitas.
But yes, and that fajita meat at the house is so much better than anything we're gonna get at Los Cucos.
Well, we're not going to Los Cucos today, so
Whee!
The House of Grab. What is going on? What is up? Anyhow, so apparently we're going to the grill some more.
Oh,
let's see.
Liberty wants to know about if we're going to the barbecue. Eastern Shore is crying for some reason.
Who wants to know if we're going to the barbecue?
Liberty.
Yeah, I mean we'll be there. I just didn't know what the situation was with the new one. Yeah, I'm down.
Cheryl
Don't get me
says
wrong.
I gave you a compliment. Smile and say thank you.
Who gave who a compliment?
Me.
So she's telling you this. I'm confused.
I actually might just be interpreting this for my own benefit.
I'm still confused. I have no idea what.
Your
I'll go back.
confusion is making me confused, so we're gonna just move away.
Whoa, Shannon. Easy. Don't fall out the bar stool. Don't fall out the bar stool, woman. Again.
I lost my pen.
Ins Printco. So Jason says his band sold panties. How'd well that go over? Like y'all sell a lot of.
To be fair, if I was 20, I'd probably buy a pair of panties. I think I have actually.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, let's see what else is going on here. Me, Matt, Shannon, Sin will be there. Yes, we will be there. Faux show. As long as Shannon doesn't get kicked out because of her.
I'm definitely smuggling booze in.
Well, she said it was fine. Just don't bring any weirdos, I think was the quote.
Then I'm excluded.
So Shannon has to stay outside.
Yeah,
really.
pretty much. I'll be scratching at the door.
But yeah, we're excited to see you guys at the ISS show. We're very much looking forward to it. And I know I have Rybeat's number. I believe I do have T-shirt chick Sin. I have
Sin.
Sin's number. You know, it's like you call Wayne Orange Star, so
Well, that's an awesome nickname.
it is, but it's not his name.
Well, it's an awesome nickname, and it just doesn't feel right calling Sin T-shirt chick. Hey, T-shirt chick.
Eastern Shore says, "Got to help pay for that ring." In other words, Shannon, got to hustle. We got to hustle so that way we can pay
He's
for that
got 2
wedding.
months left, guys.
2 months left, and then I will be looking for a new employee to replace her. See you later. Door's right there.
Why am I so terrible
The door
at
is over
eating
there.
these things?
What are you even throwing?
Bobby pins.
Stop throwing bobby pins, and then you're gonna be like, I don't know where my bobby pins are at.
Because I use them
well,
so often.
You threw them.
They're $2. That's fine.
Anyway,
Anyways, he's got 2 months left.
kids are expensive, Shannon. I'm telling you. Los Cucos for the
Nothing
reception.
changes. Oh my god! If you
And then the courthouse. And so you're not cool with that? You don't want to get married?
I don't want a reception at Los Cucos.
Why not?
I'm really tired.
Yeah, I was lied to early in this relationship. Why did things change? What happened?
Because I realized, oh yeah, I'm Catholic and my mom will cry.
Oh, horse shit.
Yes, she would.
We can do the whole Catholic thing, but we don't have to spend $20,000
I'm
on
not
a one-day party.
looking to spend $20,000. It'll be at
We
my
ain't got
parents'
$20,000 to spend on a party.
It will be at my parents' place, which, hey, free venue.
That
And
sounds.
you're going to talk your friends into doing the band thing.
No, I'm not. They got
See?
kids.
Well, I got lied to then, too.
They've been to enough weddings. They don't care. No, I thought it was just gonna be family and like friends.
It's just going to be family and friends.
My bandmate, my
Maybe my dying
ex-bandmates
grandfather.
are my friends. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like outside of the band thing. Like everybody's just got family life and
I
stuff
want
going
a
on.
maximum of 20, okay?
20 what?
People there.
You're already providing 20 people. Name who you want to be there.
My mom, my dad, the kids, Emily, my dying grandfather. He doesn't count because you can't put that as a number.
Keep going.
Aunt Teeny,
Emily.
Steve-O.
Steve-O.
You counted Steve-O twice.
Well, their wives. And then you start
fuck
talking
that
about
bitch.
their wives and then their kids.
No.
You start, it's
No.
like, and so-and-so and
I
so-and-so.
don't want. No.
So-and-so.
Mallory's not going to want to go anyways.
And so-and-so?
Okay, so I guess Colin and Mallory. But Mallory, Steve-O's wife, she's not going to want to go. I don't particularly want to see her, seeing as she's still good friends with my ex-husband.
Youngster clothing, I like your idea. 400, man, see, all right, it doesn't have to be we can just grill at your parents' place, throw little flowers here and there. We get the boombox going.
So Britney Spears' wedding.
What?
A Britney Spears wedding.
Did her wedding cost 400?
She served chicken tenders.
Dang, no, that's fancy. We're doing no chicken. You have to. They're gonna be all soggy by the time we get around to eating. The way we like to chat it up.
Anyways, he's got 2 months. We'll figure things out.
Yeah. So if anybody is looking for a job and they love talking to people and they're okay with getting on YouTube, I will be having a position open in a couple months.
You're such a
You have to you have to be cool with a fast-paced environment. You can't like to talk a lot.
What are you trying
You
to fucking
must
say
be
right
able
there?
to like to work You let sometimes for free.
Let's go
Quite
4 out of 5
potentially-
right there.
Quite potentially free most of the time.
5 out of 6.
Let's see. What else are the requirements? If you're
Cute
good
and perky
looking,
and not
you know
intimidating.
that doesn't help. Wait, no, I mean that helps.
What did you say? I didn't even hear. I will rewind this.
If you play the drums, bonus. Let's see what else we got.
No one can be the Chapo.
If you like working weekends as well, another bonus. Just
All right, so I'm like batted like 6 out of 8.
and if you're down to reclaim some screens,
I tried
Man.
doing that.
bigger
Put a
bonus.
hole in them. That was very sweet when you said you're bad
Enz
at
is ready to
production."
take over. Enz, Jason, 2 months from now. She's giving me a time limit. So
No, he proposed the time limit.
damn,
Pat proposed.
Jason plays the drums too.
He's in New York, darling. But he proposed this over a year ago. He's like, before the year is out, I will.
Hey Jason, I'll hit you up in 2 months. Just email me, and dude, we can blow this up. No, someone like Jason is just hardworking, doesn't cry. Feelings probably don't get hurt very often. See what I'm talking about? 2 months, Jay. Just give me
No, my feelings are hurt. I'm just
Jason-
deciding whether or not it's actually gonna be like legal to show in court if I punch you in the throat right now and you die.
Jason. I think this could be the start of a beautiful working relationship here.
Jason, you love me. Don't forget that. Don't betray me.
I'll let y'all know if 2 months from now. So January 1st rolls around, or whatever the first live is, and Shannon's not here. It's just me. You know exactly what happened. Introducing so and so.
It's
Hey.
just Panda in a wig.
Enz is offering you a job, Shannon. If like 2 months down the road.
Well, fuck yeah, I'll move to New York. I'll move to New York if you don't. I like New York.
Good luck, Jason.
Have fun. We're gonna make besties. That is not supposed to be that fucking funny, you dick.
Oh man.
Why can I not aim properly?
Shannon got upset because I told her she was talking too much today and get to work.
No, I was searching too much for yellow hoodies.
Yeah. I'm like, took me
8
5 minutes.
Oh, I was trying to find the right shade.
So Jason, I hope you like
I was hitting harder to throw.
hiring someone that works for 15 minutes a day but pay them for 8. You might go out of business. I'm just kidding. Shannon's a very hard worker.
Bet your ass.
If I can keep her focused.
You had to add that. You had so redeemed yourself, and then you just couldn't. You couldn't not. You
I
couldn't
think-
not.
I think I might need a margarita now. Jesus. Anyhow, I think we're gonna get out of here. All kidding aside, Shannon's not expecting me to propose to her in 2 months, and she's still gonna be employed here. So, very exciting stuff coming up in the future.
This look is that's news to me.
And we'll see you guys that are going to be at ISS Fort Worth. We'll see you guys. We'll be there Friday and Saturday, so we're driving up there Friday. So Shannon, is there anything you want to add? Oh, and Sin misses the jokes. Tell
Yes.
the one joke that I told you earlier. It's a good one.
It's really not. That's why after you said it, because I was like, I don't know, but I'm gonna be excited about the answer, and then you said it, I went, oh.
Well, do you have anything in your back
Any new?
pocket?
Anything new? No.
Yes, ma'am.
No, I can't think of anything.
Think of something. Think of something.
I've
You can
already
do
told
it.
all my jokes.
You can do it. Well, say the one I told you earlier, and then I think you should make this a
Okay,
regular
so
routine.
little Jimmy, he goes into his
I
can't
get
remember
what
how
you're
the
doing
joke
there.
goes.
little Jimmy. What if it's like Shaq?
I don't know. I can't remember the whole story for the joke,
Then it's
but
no longer little
he answers
Jimmy.
the door for a salesman, and he's like, "Well, my sister's shitting and like something, and my mom is doing something, and my dad's fucking a turkey." That's how it ends. That's all I've got. I can't
What the
remember
hell?
how it goes.
What the hell just happened?
I don't know. I can't
Jeez.
remember.
All right. Well,
Oh, wait. I've done this one before, but probably not everybody has seen it. Okay.
Are you drawing something?
Yeah. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
This is Shannon drawing something.
This probably won't work because there's a bunch of pockmarks on it. I need another piece of paper. There we go.
Come on, the Jeopardy clock's playing.
Okay. What's this?
Ooh, your copy of your drawing backwards.
No. It's a polar bear in a snowstorm. And polar bear.
Don't fall out your stool. All right. So on that note, we'll be
I
back
hate this fucking stool.
next Monday to just kind of report back. I'll be vlogging while I'm out there, and I can't promise I'm not one of those people that can just edit a video and toss it up during the weekend. So I'm gonna spend a little time editing it. So maybe it'll be in middle of next week sometime. I'm sure I'll have a little something else coming up this week. I do have some graphic design tutorials I'm gonna do.
On the other side.
Have
Look, you know
been
what?
getting
It's
around some
beautiful.
videos. Anyways, I'll have some stuff up this week, and potentially we'll go live randomly while we're printing, so you guys can kind of see some of the
Why does N say he
back
goes
end
stupider?
stuff. So we will see you guys next time, and y'all have a good one. See you next Monday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Say bye, Shannon.
Peace, guys. Hearts.
Okay, see y'all later.